go. This is the submarine Ocelot, and she's a Cold War submarine. We don't know where she went when she was out doing her thing, because it's still protected under the Official Secrets Act and won't be released for another 20 years. Interesting fact of the day.
Mrs. Constant Audrey Hendon was 12 at the beginning of the war and lived in Orpington, Kent, with her mother and her father and her 2 sisters. With the dying notes of the all clear fading away, as I scrambled from the air raid shelter into the half light of another soggy winter day, I was 13, cold, and convinced that my entire life was to be spent climbing out of various holes in the ground. The daylight bombing raids and the long cold weather in the air raid shelters began. No longer burnt by the sun, I froze in the underground shelters, dank, stagnant, often flooded, always dark and cold, so cold. Piling on extra clothes which warmed me, and with the aid of torches, lessons continued underground. Our numb fingers encased in hand-knitted mittens, struggling to write with the fountain pens we were allowed to use. As the winter advanced, the bombing raids were switched to night time. No more warm, blissful nights in bed to recover from the cold days. Sometimes we would not go to the shelter when the air raid sounded, but wait in the hall, which was fairly warm and certainly dry, until we heard the unmistakable engine of one of theirs. They would rouse us from our sleep, curled up on the bare carpet like puppies, and there we rushed down the garden to the shelter.